Merhaba beyefendi, oyuncu kanalına hoş geldin. Bugün sizlerle Jaurez Gunslinger oyununda kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Oyuna hikaye devam et. Bana ödül avcısı derler. Apache şifacı gibi kurtuluşu vermesi sağlayacak efendik bir öğüt verdi. Kim peşinde? Güzelmiş.
Hey, darling, it's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Daltonlar. Dalton kardeşler dedik daha doğruydu.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory.
Okay.
Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Anlaşılan Dalton arkadaşla yakalayacağız.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street.
Bir tane yakın konuş bakalım ne diyor. Ödül zamanla. Ben adımlaması ilk bulan maliyet için 9 Haziran bir sefer almışa çıkardı. Eseyi 320 basmış ve bütün genel içinde bölünür. Renkli ahşap bastığı tatlılıksal heyecan ve hikayelerde her şeyi zamanın içinde Gençler 5 yaşın noktası oldukça bulan, her türden grip hikaye barındırdı. Özellikle Batı ayında hikayede tarz basit kullanışıyla karakterler tek boyutlu ancak sürekli ilgili. Modern zamanın kırıklı farklılar gösterdi. Zamanın kanunsuzlarına olan bu adamların her türlü ünlü kişiler karakter olarak Batı devamlı başı batıyor olması etmeye çalışıldı. Evet, bir dakika.
Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, you'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
Plan hayaller herkes. Evet. İş görmesi daha iyi. Ya da bu tarafta gelebilene sahip bakalım.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
Ne?
First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, they're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. You just gotta wait till something bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their
Ben
guns.
diye okuyamıyorum. Oyuna başlamak zorundayım.
You went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a
Bankanın arkasına böyle.
from above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Evet, nasıl yukarı çıkıyor şimdi? Ha böyle de merdivenmiş.
It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Ya hak.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Bakalım hangisini yanlış.
Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who died defending
Is
the
that
Alamo.
Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch! You can't hide from me.
İkisini çok hızlı çekti. Böyle gizli vermeyi yapalım. Abi gizli daha güzel. Tabii. 5 Ekim 1892 sabah erken vaktinde seçilen 5 Ekim bu adliyet emniyet büyük hava verdik. Yerine altın bankın karşısına bağlıdı. Bu bağlıdı. Her şey duyuldu. Sahte sakalları takip eden bankta ulaşınca çifte bugün gerçekleştirmekte. Birinci bank geliş, böyle toz. Neden çok şey halkçıyla güzel temini şey son baş. Çekileme çok çeşitli baş. Halktan 4 haydıklarında 4 işaretli kadar çilekardan tek kişi emmişti. Sonra işte yıllar yargılandı. Hayat boyu yapıp aldı. Daha sonra itibarlarına adetli sonları. Bugün yapalım derken bugün izle.
Over there! That's Silas Greaves. What the hell?
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Kolay.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Ah, hayırlı olsun. Kasaba yine temizletiyor bir de.
It was early evening, not high noon. Daltons blew up the safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Banka. Altın hakkında bir daha alalım. Peki. Hop emin.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeeville.
Hepiminde adamlarken
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Oyunda Dalton kardeşler, Bob, Grant, Bill ve Emmett. Fiziksel olarak birbirini çok benziyordu. Bu uzun ikisini birbirinden ayırdı. İlk Dalton'un en kısa boylu en çiğ adına. En uzun boylu Emmett, ilk Dalton daha sonra çıkan Dalton'la çok iyi insanlar. Bu maden sonra ikisi Bob ve Grant, Kansas Emmett'le rahatlıkla. Bir de Dalton çatışmada yalnız birkaç maalesef Dalton'un kuzenliği ortaya çıkar. Bunlar Joe, William, Jack, Ariel adların dışında. Annesinden önceki maceraların kuzenlerine benzeyen bu dört kardeşin kişi birbirine farklı. Çetenin George için derken Avel akla fikirmek olan kalısı. Beş üyesi Bob gün. İlk yerlerde altın bank karşısında iki bağlı. Bunlar falan. Anlaşılan tekniker oyuna Dalton bunlar kuzenliymiş.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Vay be, zekilermiş. Tamam, ne kadar iyi.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you,
Emmett
Silas
Dalton.
Greaves. This is where it is.
He was determined to protect his brothers. I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Lucky bastard. You messed with the wrong damn Dalton. I'm gonna tear you apart. It's hog killing time.
Let's go. Yani böyle.
I'm gonna cut you in half.
Ne oluyor? Adam burada. Kafada.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Devam ediyoruz. Bakın nasıl bir hikaye. Halen bana ödül verdiler. Yani onu nasıl tuttuysa Bob Grant'ın kabını almakta.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track them to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Kırıntı. Blackbird. Charlie Black'in namı diye alan Blackbird. Savaşçı bir en garip at arabası. Doğuştan İngiliz kibar ve 1971 doğu yılları arasında Kaliforniya'da kaosçılar yürütülmek oldukça zor. Efsane suç mahalli en az 2 tane gerekçesinin adı el yalnız şiirler bırakmış. 970 yılına kadar bir tanesi söyledi. Sağlam için uzun yollara geçtim. Onurum zenginlik için ama benim emeklim üzerinde yeterince durdunuz siz için. Şıkla, şıklayı. Blackbird asla kişisel çağrını kaybedip hapishaneden çıktıktan sonra gazete tarafından suç hayatına geri dönüm Hayır beyefendi artık emekli oldum. Daha sonra olarak şey yazacağız. Artık falan filan. Güzelmiş. Dikkat. Benim biraz zor olacak bir yolculuk.
Bury 'em in the street. Plant 'em where they stand.
Except for some son bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm, so I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Böyle ne kadar.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Böyle bir tane beşine var ya pompalı vardı. Anlarsınız. Aha bu.
Point being, I was under serious attack. And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Evet artık zaman gelmişti. Altın işte.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Nasılmış? Çalma.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon Steve? Steve!
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Ne?
Indians? There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Yaklaştık. Alıp gidiyoruz. Bekliyoruz.
Bounty hunter! Stop that, son
Oh! Yo! Burada.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Bakalım bakalım. Tekrardan. Şimdi. Ne yapacağım? Bütün atacağız.
Show him how to die!
Neden saldığımı pek göremedim ki.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
hemen yıkadık tuvalet. Geldim.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar
Sanırım
faces.
böyle savunca. Burada bir tane kıyafetini de verdi. Eski Batı Kemali'ye Birleşik Devletlerin kuruculuğu bağımsızlık mücadelesi Fransız ilk bağlı vapurun yapımını ve Birleşik ilk bağlı 1787 yılında bağlı ülkenin ekonomisi nimet gibiydi. Kayalı taşıma hem dağıldığında dağıldık bir sürü liman tahsilini yaşadık. Bakıma mürettebat bölgenin iç kapıları doldu. Tabii ki bu bağlı vapurlar kurmaktan çok zor. Birçok seferleri Şubat ya da bağlı. Bunun tutması da kaydı genellikle 5'si bilir. Buna rağmen insanlar yeni taşımayı kullanmaya çok istekli. Kuzey Amerika Atlantik yeni yolculuk hayal gemileri bile yapıldı. Titanic battıran en büyük bağlı gemisiydi. Tarihlerin imkansız. Bağlı geminin Tabii. Evet.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
İngiltere'nin 1961 yılında ilk defa Amerika Sivil Savaşı'nın çok namlu takımını atıldı. Fakat bir misafirler arkasından çevrilmesiyle ateş eder. Kolhal çevrilmiş namlunu beyaz atıştı. Daha sonra dışa bıçaklar çıkartıldı. Tüm tıklı o sırada namlu sunuldu. Bu da namlunun isimini yüksek de atış kullanılmakta. Metalis daha önce görülmemiş bir atış. Buna nispeten daha bu ellerde 50 bir saat miktarı yıllar yerine gücünü boşalan mermi katkı koymak enerjik ama aktifler ne demek o zaman en kurtardı onun 5 at. Güzel mi?
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. It turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
Vay be. Bunu
The
beklemiyordum.
Daltons had played me like a
After
fiddle.
all this,
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think the thing will float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Freeze?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy.
Burada da bir
But
başım var.
somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time.